Let's go into our Wuji stance. Feet about shoulder width apart. Feet facing forward. Knees relaxed, just slightly bent. Bring your hips forward so the tailbone is facing the floor. Feel like the top of the head is being lifted upward, elongating the spine. Tuck the chin in just a little bit. Bring it down just a little bit. Drop the shoulders down. Let them fall forward, bringing the arms in front of you. Let the arms just hang. Breathe in and out through the nose. Nice deep abdominal breathing. So as you breathe in, the abdomen expands, drawing the breath all the way down. We pause. And then with the exhalation, the abdomen compresses back towards the spine, pushing the breath all the way up and out. And just let yourself settle in. Feel your feet flat on the floor. Dig your toes in just a little bit, so every part of your foot is making contact with the ground. Feel that connection all the way down to the earth's core. And at the same time, feel the earth rising up to support you. And just settle in. Focus on the breath. Notice the quality of the air as it enters your nostrils and warms as it goes down. And then that warm breath rises and exits your nose. Let's put our arms up, form like a 90-degree. Just gently turn from the waist, side to side. Don't worry about the breathing. Start off very slow. Don't force it. Each time, see if you can get a little further around comfortably. You should never experience any discomfort or pain, always staying within your comfort zone. If you do experience any discomfort, it just means back off. Energy flows when you're most relaxed, when there's very little resistance. So we want to be as relaxed as possible, as comfortable as possible. Now start to look over your shoulder, getting a little further around again. Feel the vertebra turning in the back, especially in the upper back and shoulders. One more time. And then we're going to drop our hands down to chest level. Feel it a little more now in the mid-back. Now let your arms just relax and drop down as they move through the energy field that surrounds you. Try to sense that field. We call it the Wei Qi, the protective field. By building our Wei Qi, we actually help build our immune system. It's your suit of armor, if you will, against outside pathogens. Now let your arms relax, hang down, and let the momentum carry your arms into your body. So your forearms strike the body just below the belly button and directly behind in the small of the back. Look over the shoulder. And again, feel every vertebra turning one at a time, starting at the bottom, working way up all the way into the neck. Let's bring the hand that's in front so that it now hits just off the shoulder, stimulating the lung points. And let the hand now come up and hit behind the neck, over the shoulder. As a reminder, Saturday's class is presently scheduled as a live class in the park across from Larchmont Library. The weather's looking a little iffy, so Paul will make a decision probably on Friday whether we're doing a Zoom class or we're going to be able to hold the class outside. So you'll get an email letting you know which. And back down to the shoulder. and back down to the waist. Let's step out a little bit wider. And as you turn to the side, lift that same foot, toes up towards the body, pulling the toes towards the body. And back to flat foot. And now we're going to come up onto the toe of the opposite foot, stimulating the kidney meridian. And back to flat foot. See if you can get a little further around. Slow it down, come back to water waves, just letting the hands move through the Wei Qi. Try to slow it down. Try to sense the air moving through your fingers. Maybe some resistance as the hand is moving through that energy field. And slow it down and come to a stop. Take the back of your hands, make a loose fist, and tap from the bottom of the spine up as high as comfortable on either side of the spine. You can alternate or you can do them together. Good, now turn the fists over and follow the top of your buttocks from the spine out to the hip without hitting on any bone. Couple more. Good, and come around to the leg crease here and tap with an open fist. Call this the Qua, or the leg gates. Good, bring your hands up, bend the elbows so you've got about a 45 degree angle. Bring the elbows up above the shoulders. Stick your butt out or push your hips back. Then lean back and up, chest to the ceiling, look up to the ceiling, pull the elbows down, feel the shoulder blades come down and together. Breathe out. Forearms come together, elbows come together, palms facing you. Hips come forward as you lean over and tuck the chin into the chest. Pause, get a little bit of an extra stretch here. Then breathe in and start over. Spinal cord breathing. Go at your own pace. Synchronize it with the breath. Make sure to pause between each. Really try to bring the elbows together as you come down and the hips forward. Arching the back and pulling the shoulders down. Then opening the chest, putting the hips back, putting an arch in the spine the opposite direction. One more time. Good. Go to a little wider stance. And just start moving side to side. Let the upper body just relax, keeping it a side-to-side motion. So the shoulders should not be doing this. Shoulders are kind of just staying in place. The whole body just relaxes side to side. And change up the speed as you will. Sometimes you're going to go faster. And then you slow it down. And just feel the spine snaking back and forth. Dog wags the tail. Slow it down. Let's do hold up the heavens. Back to the Wuji stance. As you breathe in, you're bringing the energy up through the floor, through the soles of your feet, up your legs. Your arms start to rise, your hands start to rise. Get to the level of your head. They roll over, palms up, fingers facing each other. Actually, it's the Buddha holds up the earth first, and then just push upward, and then spread out. So we breathe in, bringing that energy up the body, sending it out to the universe. Pause. Take the energy that no longer serves us, sending it back to the earth to be recycled. Okay, one more time. Now we're going to do hold up heavens. So as the arms come up, we interlace the fingers. Turn up the same way we did, but now we're going to put it behind the head. Looking up between the fingers, and hold your breath, look forward, and then breathe out and down. So we breathe in. Hold the breath, look forward, breathe out. Last one. Good. Do connecting heaven and earth. So right hand, I'll mirror you, palm down. Left hand, bring it up the body, palm up, fingers on both hands facing towards the midline. Push them apart. And turn the pinkies towards the body, back of the hands cross, and we switch. Breathing in as you come back down and the hands cross. Breathing out as they separate. So breathe out, sending the energy to the earth, to the universe, pausing, and then collecting that energy and bringing it into our body. Sending out energy that no longer serves us to be recycled. And then bringing in fresh energy. As the hands come up and down, try to have push with the heels of the hands so you have kind of a flat surface on both. And then they come down, they relax. One more time. Let's all have our left hand up. So I'll wait for you until you get to the point where your left hand is up. Good. We're going to circle around with the hands. So now the right hand is on top, palm down. Left hand is palm up, pushing the energy down into the left hand. Roll the ball over and push them apart. Spiral around. Breathe out as we make that chi ball, as we compress the energy down into a small ball. Breathe in as we turn that ball over. Breathe out as the hands separate. Pausing between each inhalation and exhalation, and each exhalation and inhalation. Nice and slow. Now this time when you make the chi ball, we're going to rotate it once. We're going to rotate it again back to the position. And notice now your right hand comes up. Spiral around. Left hand pushes the chi ball down into the right hand. Roll the ball once and separate. One more time. And just go ahead and bring the hands around so they're now facing, fingers are facing outward. Go to a little bit of a wider stance and just kind of press with the fingers out, shifting the body a little bit side to side. So it's palms down, pushing out. Just a little bit of a rock, more out of the upper body than out of the legs. Good. One more time. Come back to center. Bring your left hand up over the head, palm facing down. Right hand, palm facing up, down below. Lean to the right. And just hold that a little bit, get a little extra stretch out of it. Then come back to center, switch the hands, and get a stretch the opposite direction. One more time each side. Just hold it for a couple seconds, get a nice stretch. And switch to the opposite side. Now continue to do the same thing, but now a nice flow to it. We're not going to hold it. Seaweed arms. So imagine you're a strand of kelp in the ocean and the waves are just pushing you back and forth. Try to slow it down. Hardest thing in QiGong for most people is moving slowly. And when you move slowly, that's when you're most likely going to feel the energy moving. One more time each side. Good. Let both hands drop. Bring them down. See if you can feel the earth energy. Imagine you've got 2 helium balloons under your hands. You're just going to bend straight down. So we're not bending at the waist at all as we push those balloons down. And then we're going to let them float us back up. So we breathe out as we go down. Pause. Breathe in as they float you back up. One more time. Good. Leave the hands right where they are. As you turn to look over your right shoulder, you're going to rotate the whole arm, but especially focus on the thumbs. And basically leading with the heel of the thumb, the base of the thumb. You're going to turn it over and look over your right shoulder. Then come back to center. And then turn them the opposite direction as you look over your left shoulder. Variation of owl looks back. Make sure you're turning the entire arm. This doesn't come out of the wrist at all. Just imagine the arm as a giant rod and you're turning that entire rod, but also not locking out the elbow. Good. One more time each side. And back to center. Nice big shoulder rolls. Turn the hands and the arms as you do these. So as I go back, my palms, my hands rotate out. My shoulders come up, then my hands move forward and the shoulders come forward and down. So I'm really opening up the chest as I go back, collapsing the chest as I come forward. Breathe in as you come up the back, breathe out as you come down the front. That also helps you slow the motion down. Good. One more time, and then we're going to reverse. So now the opposite. Open the palms, really open the chest. Go back, and then turn. Good. One more time. Good. Just alternate for a moment. Just kind of go forward, alternating. And back. Just loosening up anything that tightened up on you. Go to a little wider stance. Put your hands on your hips. Push your hips back, then to the side, then forward to the side. So we make nice big hip circles here. Now try to keep the shoulders and the head stable so it's all out of the hips and waist. Try not to move the head and the shoulders. The upper torso moves very little. It's all out of hips and waist. Terrific. And reverse. Good. Give your kidneys a nice rub. Wider stance. So keeping an open palm, rub down the outside of the legs, around the toes, up the inside of the legs, up the quad, into the belly button, then around to the kidneys and start over. Breathe out as you go down. Breathe in as you come back up. Good. Now this next time you go down to the bottom, stay down at the bottom. Let your hands come in front of you. Knees slightly bent. Relax the head, the neck, the shoulders, the back. The only place you'll feel any tension is in the back of the legs. As you breathe out, see if you can drop a little bit lower each time. Just let everything relax. Bring your right hand to your left ankle. Let the left hand come up. Point to the ceiling. Look up at it. Then let it cycle down and switch to the opposite side. Breathe out as you go up. Breathe in as you come back and switch. One more time each side. Go back to hanging. Just relax. Very slowly rolling up, putting each vertebra on top of the other. So the shoulders, the head stays down, the hips come forward very slowly. Each vertebra stacking one on top of the other. Until finally you get to the point where your shoulders start to drop into place. Then your head, and then just lean back a little bit. Good, just swan dive your way down again. Hang, relax. Let the head and neck go all the way down. Whatever's comfortable. Everything just stretch out comfortably. And again, just roll up very slowly. Starting with the coccyx, the tailbone, the lower back, the mid back, the upper back, the shoulders, the neck, and then just lean back and absorb all that beautiful energy. And then bring it forward, hands towards the earth. And just take stock for a moment. Look inward. Try to notice where the energy is flowing in your body, where it's not, where you may have some stagnation. You may have some energetic blockages. You may have muscle tension. You may have pain. Just identify it. Don't give it a moment's thought. And then just move on. Good. Bring your feet close together. As we inhale, we're going to come up on our toes, lifting the energy up into the lungs. And then exhale, hands float down, we go back to being flat-footed. So bring the energy up, lung clearing, and then down. Last one. Good. Let's do a couple of kidney flows here. So back to Wuji stance. We're going to sweep down. Back of the hands come up. Back of the hands face each other. Come up the midline of the body to the chest. So breathe in, pause, breathe out, pushing it down to the ground. So bring it up. And out. Following the kidney meridian here, bringing the energy up through the soles of the feet, up the legs, up the torso to the kidney 27 points, and then taking whatever energy that no longer serves us and sending it back to the ground, back to the earth to be recycled. Last one. Good. Keeping that Wuji stance. Imagine there's a pond here. You're standing in the pond. Hands flat on the surface of the pond. You're going to push the water out. So you're forming ripples on the surface. Then we're going to gather those ripples and pull them into our body. So our hands rotate over so they're palms up by the time we get back to the body. Our hips go out as we go out. Our hips come in as the hands come in. We breathe out as we go out. We pause, breathe in as it comes in. And here, of course, we're not dealing with water, but we're dealing with energy. So just like the ripples on the pond are caused by the energy moving through water, here we're collecting the energy that's moving through the Wei Qi and bringing it into the body. Pebble in a pond, two-handed. One more time. Good. Let's do one-handed pebble in the pond. So with your left hand, you're going to shift weight as your left hand moves to the right, circles around, brings the energy in. Then we switch and we go out and around. Breathe out as you come around, breathe in as it comes back in. As wide a stance as comfortable, and really shift your weight, keeping the feet flat on the floor the entire time. One more time. Bring it in. Put one palm over the other, thumbs touch. So the top of the thumbs are lined about with the belly button. So we're putting this triangle just in front of our lower dantian, our lower energy center. And just breathe that energy in through that triangle into your abdomen, into the lower dantian. Monk holds the pearl. Bring your feet back to about shoulder width apart. Bringing down the heavens. Breathing in as you gather the energy. Feel the weight of the energy in your hands. Feel that weight. Then pause. Breathe out as you push that energy down through the top of your head, the Bai Hui point, down through the torso, all the way down the legs into the ground to be recycled. So we breathe in, pause, breathe out, pause, breathe in. Do this at your own pace. Really focus on bringing that energy up and into the body and through the body. One more time. Really make it count. Feel the weight of that energy as you lift it. Oh, so heavy. And then pushing it down through the body, down into the ground. Let your hands drift down to your knees, fingertips over the kneecaps, heels of the hands just above it. Turn the knees out and around, feeling the energy come out of the palms, filling the knees with that energy. And reverse. And bring your feet together and turn the knees together. And reverse. Give the knees a nice rub on top. Separate the feet a bit, the sides, first the outside, then the inside, the back. But roll up nice and easy. Go to Wuji stance. Heart to the sky, just breathe the energy in as we open the chest up. Hands come into prayer position, compressing that energy into the body. Last one. Bring the feet together again. Put one palm over the other over your lower dantian. Feel the energy coming out of the palms, moving into your body, spiraling down your legs and up your torso. And as that beautiful, warm, loving energy is moving through your body, filling every part of your body, begins to move outward, encasing you in a protective cocoon. Just allow yourself to float weightlessly inside that cocoon. And become aware of what it feels like to be safe, to be healthy, to be at peace. Take a deep breath in, gather those feelings, those energies, and take them with you for the rest of the day. Thank you.